Utahns can now call the new National Suicide Hotline. The number 988 is officially live today.
Now, this is a big one. Fox 13 News reporter Sarah Murphy spoke with workers who will be responsible for taking those calls. She shares what they hope this line will do for those who are struggling.
Sitting and recollecting. 22-year-old Amelia Stevens says she struggled with depression and suicidal ideations.
It feels like a very dark and lonely place, and it feels like you are the only one even when you're not. And it's nice to know that there's a number that you can reach out to that is easier to remember.
She's talking about the brand new National Suicide Hotline number, 988.
We want our mental health to be equal to our physical health. So when we have a physical crisis, we call 911. And now when we have a mental health crisis, we call 988. That is really equalizing both our mind and our bodies to be equal.
When you call 988, you'll have the option to select if you're a veteran or if you want to talk with Spanish-speaking counselors. You'll then be directed to a trained crisis counselor. Workers say translation services are available in more than 150 languages. I'm right outside the Huntsman Mental Health Institute. Now, here in Utah, if you call the number 988, the people here are who you'll be talking to.
There's this really great clearinghouse of crisis lines across the country. And so if, say, the Huntsman crisis line is overwhelmed, you will be directed somewhere else so that you get the care that you need. We don't want anybody to have to wait to get help.
Looking forward, mental health advocates say they have high hopes.
The hope is that in the few years down the road, everyone will be seen through the mobile crisis team if needed. They'll be triaged just on the phone with the crisis call, but that everyone will get the help that they need and that we will lose fewer people to suicide. The dream would be zero suicide, and we know that that's a lofty goal, but we can't hope for anything but not having anybody die by suicide.
Sarah Murphy, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Sarah, thank you. Workers say that the previous number, 1-800-273-TALK, will still be available. It'll continue to run for those who call.